Some of you will know what this is, but most of you won't. But you should be taking one with you every time you go out on your e-bike. Here's a story. When we are riding in the subdivision, I usually put my wife in front of me when we're riding. And there's a couple areas where there's some large hills on the street, and you can coast down one of them, and you could probably get going 20-25 mile an hour, no problem, just coasting. And so she'll take her hands off the handlebars, and she goes like this down the hill. So I grew up riding a bicycle. She grew up, she rode a bicycle, but she also lived in a city of 4 million people, so there wasn't a lot of opportunities to ride a bicycle. And here she is on an e-bike going 20-25 mile an hour down a hill on asphalt, and she's holding her arms out like this, and I'm behind her, and I just get that cringe feeling because I've been there when somebody's hit the asphalt, and I know what that road rash looks like. And then I've looked on all the forums that are online for e-bikes, also the Facebook pages. You'll see people, they said the wheels went out from under them, or they were riding in the snow, or it was loose gravel, or this or that, and they'll show pictures of their injuries, and it'll be, you know, here on the elbows, it'll be up here on the face, and some of them, you know, it takes a month or two to heal from. I mean, these are major injuries, their knees. And so there's one thing that I think you should have in any pack that you have on your bike. You know, our bikes, we can carry plenty of weight. We can carry lots of weight because, you know, the battery negates the weight factor, right? It cancels all that out. So we put saddlebags on just like we have on ours, and you've seen them in all my other videos. And so I put things in there that we may need on the ride, and one of them is this bandage. This is called an Israeli battle wound bandage, and it was invented by the Israeli forces. It's used in a lot of tactical scenarios. I keep them, I've got a bunch of these. I keep them in my car. I make first aid kits for my boys. I have them in their cars. They're trained how to use them. The advantage to this is it's really small. It's like this is like a large candy bar. It's vacuum packed, comes in a vacuum packed pouch, and it's about the size of a large candy bar. But this is a 6-inch wound dressing, and why this is so effective is because you can tie it up. You know, anytime you're bleeding, doesn't matter whether it's from your eye, your chin, your mouth, you need to apply pressure. This, once you apply it properly, it applies the pressure for you, so you still use your hands. So let's say you take a crash on the asphalt, but you've still got to get home on your bike. You can't hold something up here, you know, to your chin while you're trying to ride. It's not going to be effective. So this, you could wrap it anywhere on your face and or your body, and it's going to hold in place, and you can do what you have to do. It's also great at stopping the bleeding. Again, pressure on the wound, right? So I'm going to open this up for you. I'm going to ruin one. They're sterile inside the bag, but I'm going to open it up and show you what it looks like, and show you just some basics on how to use them. Okay, let's rip this open. And once I essentially ruin this by opening it, because it won't be sterile anymore, I'll just use it for a training bandage after that. So again, this is the 6-inch kind, and I'm going to need to zoom out here in order to show you exactly what it looks like. Okay, so you can see how it's got a plastic clip at the end, and it looks almost like it's like a clothespin type U-shaped here, but it's made to grab itself, and you can see it's got these sharp edges on there as teeth. On the package itself, there's some rudimentary instructions, 6 steps to it. That's pretty helpful. This is going to be my wound. So this is my arm or my leg, pretty skinny leg, and I would wrap it, put the bandage on there, wrap it around, and then I put this running end in through the plastic keeper. Okay, and what this lets me do is apply the pressure. So now I can take it, and this is going to fold over just like this, but I can take this and I can apply as much pressure as I want and fold it back, and then wrap this around the wound, my leg, my face, my chin, anything. And what you do is this clip at the end, you just take it and put one over here, put one over on the other side, and it'll stay. So it's got a keeper in there, and you can readjust the pressure if it keeps bleeding. Make it just a little bit tighter. We're not talking tourniquet tight here, but just a little bit tighter, snug, and that'll get you home. These bandages are about between $7 and $8 on Amazon, so you can't beat them. It's just great insurance. Throw one in your bag. They take up no space at all. And I'm going to wrap this one up. I'll use this for training. You know, we like to think that we're middle-aged and we're riding bikes just like we were when we were kids, but our reaction time isn't as good as it was, and we're not as coordinated. These things happen. Again, just go to the forums, look on Facebook, you'll see it. The middle-agers or the older people will get injured like that. So it's great to have. I'm willing to bet that nobody carries any type of first aid equipment on their bike, which I think is a big no-no. You should have at least something, stop the bleeding, get you home so you get taken care of. And that was the obvious tip that I thought of when I saw my wife going down the hill like this. So if you found this video informative or interesting, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.